78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and back in the building, future lightweight champion of the world. We got Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin in the building. What's up with it, kid?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Yes, sir. We got Senior in the building. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. Doing
Yes,
good.
sir. Yes, sir. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, y'all got a big fight coming up this weekend with Tevin Farmer. I didn't expect this fight. You know what I mean? I know y'all was looking at some other fights, and then bam, we find out we got Tevin Farmer. Now, Tevin Farmer, veteran, seasoned. This is a big step up for y'all. How y'all feel about it?
This is just gaining experience. It's helping me to build the greatest boxer of all time. To us, it's just a fight. Win, lose, or draw. It's about getting him the most experience from the best fighters we could get in this era to help develop him, because he's still a baby. But to us, it's a fight. We go on to fight and we give 150%. Y'all know what we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Tevin Farmer is coming off of 3 losses, but they were all close. They were all close in fights that arguably could have went either way. You know what I mean? Did you see anything, or did you learn anything from those last 3 fights that you think you can take advantage of? What's your game plan?
I want to say no, because each one of those fights, it was a different Tevin Farmer. If you look at the last Zepeda fight that he had, he didn't look like he did in the first one. And then if you compare the Zepeda fight, the first one, to the Morataya fight, he looked way better in the Morataya fight. So there's like little bits and things you can look at and be like, okay, well, he does this, or he'll drop his hand there. But I'm expecting the, Tevin Farmer, from 5 years ago. So.
Good. Okay, you're expecting the best Tevin Farmer. Now, the good thing, at least from what I've seen, maybe I don't know, y'all can educate me, but from what I've seen, it appears that Tevin Farmer's kryptonite might be pressure fighters, and I don't think we got no better pressure fighter in that division than you. So how did you notice that about his style?
Yeah, I noticed. If you look at all his fights, even some fights that he won, it does seem like pressure fighting is something he doesn't like, because he's the type of fighter, if you let him get comfortable, that's when he's at his best. But I kind of also want to show people, I could box with Tevin. I don't gotta go in there and bang it out with him. If I have to, y'all know me. I love that. But I want to show the people that, okay, kid does have multiple things that he can bring out his bag, and I think Tevin's the fighter to bring it out of me. So.
Okay. Tevin Farmer also only has about 8 knockouts, I think, out of 30 fights, but he has deceptive power to me. I think he has sneaky power. Like a lot of his, I think he don't have a lot more knockouts is because he don't sit down on a lot of his punches. But when he does, I've seen him hurt several people. Does that concern you at all?
No, not really, because I go in with the mindset, hey, if something happens, it happens. Get up, wipe yourself off. But I feel like Tevin, well, any man, like I always say, any man, if you stand there and let a man hit you with the right shot, any man could have a chance of hurting you. But I go in that ring like knowing I did all my neck workouts. I did, what I was supposed to do to make sure I could take those type of punches. So, I feel like if I was able to take punches from, bigger guys in sparring and bigger guys from my previous fights, I'm real confident that Tevin doesn't have the power to hurt me. But you never know. So,
but it won't happen.
Yeah, it won't happen. But we'll see what he brings Saturday.
Yes, sir. And how's training camp been going for you guys? Was everything smooth, injury free?
Oh yeah, everything was smooth, injury free. We did it in Texas and San Antonio. We'd rather be home because we know at home we good.
Oh, and I'm over here complaining about the heat. Y'all down there.
Hell
yeah, it's way hotter. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my god, it's hot. It's like one training day. It was 105 in the gym.
Yeah,
that was in the gym.
We ready though. We ready for this fight, man. The mission is to hurt that man.
Yes, sir. And okay, and I don't want to. I'm not. If you don't want to answer this question, that's cool. Because I don't want to look like you looking past Tevin Farmer or nothing like that. But when do y'all see yourselves fighting for a title?
Next,
Next, okay.
like this one we fighting for the Continental, the WBA Continental title. That's what this fight is for.
Okay.
So that would give us our second belt. Then the next one is for the world title.
Wait a minute. So y'all gonna be y'all gonna be in line to fight Tank?
Yeah, we was already in line to fight Tank.
Right.
Tevin is our tune-up.
Because I think Zepeda gonna lose anyway. Because he's number one, I'm number two, so I feel like he gonna lose to Shakur. That's just my opinion. And
Right.
Right in line. So,
do you see? Speaking of that fight, because I wanted to ask you that, but you got to it already. Do you see any Shakur having any problems with Zepeda, or you think Shakur schools him?
It depends on Shakur hands.
Yeah,
that's all. Because if Shakur hands fail him, Zepeda gonna be on his ass.
Look at the second, because that's the excuse that they have for this Farmer fight. His hand. Once that hand go out and you can't punch how you can punch, I mean it's a big difference. From that first Zepeda fight and the second one, where Farmer's hands got messed up. So
yeah,
hopefully Shakur's hands is right. I feel like if his hands right, he gonna box his way to victory. I don't think he's gonna stand there and change like he's saying, but I feel like he's just gonna time Zepeda with like body shots. Zepeda's open for him.
Okay, now that's another thing. Now, just because it's a lot of controversy going on, what people are saying with Turkey got the no running rule or whatever stuff going on. Do you think that Shakur is going to be able to fight if he does hurt his hand? Is he going to be able to box his way to a victory, or is there going to be some shenanigans going on?
I'm gonna answer from a fighter standpoint, and I'll let you answer from a coach standpoint. I feel like once you're set in your ways, that's how you're gonna fight. The rest of your career. It's very hard to change. Certain things I'm getting better at it, but starting to like I got so comfortable of just going forward because I got so much power that sometimes you could get a little comfortable and a little lazy because you realize, oh, you got power, you could do this and this and that. Shakur's just so set in his ways of moving when he has pressure fighters on him. So I feel like it would be very hard for him mentally to, stand there in exchange for Zepeda, especially if Zepeda's not going nowhere. So we'll see.
Okay.
So you want to from a coach standpoint, I don't even give a damn. They both bums, so we want the winner from the fight.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna since he said it, I was gonna make a call out after the fight. Like I want to run that. I'm gonna still make it out, but I want to run it back because I didn't get my chance. So if Zepeda loses, I'll take the winner.
Yeah, for whoever wins. If Zepeda win, we in line to fight Zepeda anyway, so it wouldn't even matter. So yeah, it didn't end with us fighting Shakur, although they called out that we was in the hospital. Let's get that back. But it is what it is.
Do y'all think Shakur would? I thought Shakur said he wouldn't. They ain't messing with y'all no more.
He did. No, they ain't messing with us no more.
He did say that,
but we gonna put it out there. At least really put out why y'all not messing no more. Like get out of here. No, come on now. They didn't want to fight us from day one. Now, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors.
And I'm gonna be in line for if he's thinking he's gonna collect multiple belts, he gotta see me anyway. So
right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Him and Mason, that whole team, their whole regime, it's they the same squad. They managed by the same man. So we the only ones standing in that line that they will have a monopoly soon, and we gonna hold down on that. So Shakur gonna have to see us and Mason, and whoever get the IBF because we going after the IBF after the WBA.
Is Andy Cruz and Raymond fighting? Do you know?
I don't know if it's this. I don't think it's signed yet.
I seen a poster, but I know Raymond got the IBF.
But that's what we going after we take care of them. We want all the belts though, undisputed, so he can go ahead and move up to 140. So all we got to do is get this one, the WBA, and then we want the rest of the champions.
What do y'all? I never got a chance to ask y'all about. What did y'all think of Keshawn missing weight? Keshawn Davis missing weight against
by design.
Yeah, like my dad was telling me that was like by design. They handed Mason, gave Mason that opportunity to get the belt. Me personally, I feel like it was messed up from a fighter standpoint. Making Edwin coming off that long layoff, putting his body through all all that stress and whatnot just to get there and not be able to fight for the world title. I feel like that since Mason's number 2, I feel like they should give Edwin a chance to fight for the belt. That's just me. But I feel like on Keshawn's part, that was whack. Because beforehand when you would camp if you could make weight or not. I mean, and then on top of that, I've had weight cuts where I was like, dang, this is hard. But I'ma still make my weight as low as I can. I never miss weight. But it was no excuse to come in at 140. He knew that fight wasn't gonna happen, so that seemed a little sketchy.
But Keshawn said out of his own mouth that Mason said, didn't you get the approval to move up to 140? So that's behind the scenes. So if Mason had that conversation, somebody had to tell Mason that. So that means somebody in the office has already explained to them what was going to happen. So all that was smoke and mirrors,
Right.
They don't want to keep Keshawn in there because Keshawn didn't have to fight Shakur or fight Mason. The team would be shooken up. So it's easier for him to just move up because Shakur don't got the power to move up. Mason is still green. So that's the only one who could move up.
It was whack how they was doing it anyway, having friends in the same weight class with belts, like that was whack.
But boxing is whack. Let me tell you that. How somebody move up to number 2, move up 6 spots, fight in number 167. So that they can be in line for a belt for a mandatory that somebody was going to dump off. That's how they did it kind of with Shakur also, in a sense, for his first one. What was that guy name? The one that they offered you to fight with, if we had signed with them, and we turned it down, and they gave the fight.
He was in the Army.
Oh, he's a Marine or whatever. But anyway, one of Shakur good fights.
Is it Herring?
Herring.
Herring?
Yeah, they offered us that fight if we signed with their company or whatever else, but we turned it down. So they just basically gave him the belt because that was the same thing they was gonna give us. Yeah. So it's like, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors in boxing. It ain't boxing no more, stage bullshit.
That's them though.
That's them, right? We fighting for hours because we could have took an easier route. We didn't have to fight Tevin Farmer.
I ain't fought since November, and he's been active. So when they said Tevin, I was like, let me get him. I feel like that would give me a lot of respect because Tevin's a great fighter. Nobody can deny that Tevin. If anybody can sit there and say Tevin is not a good fighter,
like a dog,
or dog, they lying. Tevin is like, if you're not on your A game, Tevin is.
He'll get you.
He'll get you.
He'll get a person.
Like he got one of them old school slick styles. So.
Yeah, Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got old school style like that. Also, I want to ask y'all too in y'all division, man. What do you think of Gervonta Davis Lamont Roach rematch, man? Who y'all got in that?
See, me, I know what it's like. I know Calvin's not his dad, but he's somewhat like his dad. He's been there since he was a kid. So I feel like him bringing Calvin back, I feel like that was the best decision he could have made, and I feel like Tank is he might stop Lamont in my opinion because I feel like Lamont has that mindset. Okay, I could probably do this again. I feel like Tank gonna be super focused, so I got Tank by late stoppage probably.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
But you can't count Lamont out though, because Lamont shocked me the first fight. I was like, oh dang. But apparently that was a Tank that wasn't focused, so we'll see.
Right, Calvin wasn't in his corner like that. You can't get rid of the person that created all of that in you. And then sometimes these young fighters, once they get to that spot, they forget the person that taught them, the person that's really controlling that joystick. When they come to the ring, the person telling them to do this, they get the wins and they feel, I did this. And they get with another coach and they see how that turned out from Mike Tyson to so many others.
Yeah.
It end up like that. So,
yeah. It usually happens once the first payday come. That's when the outside influences come, trying to split you up from your team. All the sharks come out. You know what I mean?
They did the same thing to us. They came out the water trying to divide and all that. But
yeah, I hear a lot of it all the time. You should get rid of your dad. Hey, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they tell everybody that, man. That's the hustle. It's been going on.
But they don't. The funny part though, they don't tell. And I don't mean to make this white or black, but they don't tell the white dads that.
Of course not. No.
They don't tell them. They don't tell Lomachenko dad when he was getting all these losses. You should get rid of your dad, and he was getting losses. But we went in and they say you should get rid of your dad, because that's just how people war against brothers. It's gonna like they don't look at us like businessmen that created brands. Because if they look at it, I created a brand just like Nike created a brand. We
Right.
contractors, and we make it 6-7 figures. They're not looking at me like a wise businessman that
Right.
took his son and put him on the stage as big as this as an independent guy.
And I'm 22.
You know, they don't look at it like it might be brilliance there as a businessman. They look at it like get rid of your dad. So if he got rid of his dad, who's doing his social media? Because I run the social media, the merch, I run everything from the videos to everything.
Yeah.
So it's like he get rid of his dad, then what do we have?
Well, if you get rid of his dad, then he's vulnerable for attack.
Right. Now he got to hire 5 to 10 people to do what his dad was doing. He got to hire a manager and different advisors, all this crazy stuff. So they just don't respect brothers because they think we ignorant or something. Like we general, if we came from the hood, we ignorant.
Right.
And it's crazy because from the hood, you learn supply and demand. You learn how to go get the drugs, package it up, distribute it. You learn business, just you learn the wrong side of business. So when you apply it to something else, it's the same damn thing. It's the same exact thing. So a lot of people in the hood are great businessmen. They just don't have the opportunity to do certain things. So I hope people could change that view and get off of you need to get rid of your dad and sometimes sit and see what the dad's created and celebrate the dads like a Bill Haney. Like I don't always get along with Bill Haney, but he's a marketing genius.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a marketing genius, and people don't see that. Like he made Devin he got Devin a belt without having to fight for his first belt. Damn near. And then he made him an undisputed champion against somebody that they said was very challenging and a great fighter. So it's like, yo, but they won't celebrate him. They won't look at him and say, yo, great job as a dad.
He got his son where he needed his son to be.
Right.
And that's what they did to. I say it all the time, man. On my channel, I talk about it. They do that to black fathers. I mean, you can go all look at Joe Jackson made all his kids dumb rich, and they still talk about him. He was too mean to his kids. Look at Venus and Serena Williams' father. They drag him through the mud. You know what I mean? So that's what they do to black fathers, man. They just, we ain't supposed to be around in our kids' life anyway. How they figure,
For real. That's how it is in boxing. But hopefully one day it will change, and we're gonna win this fight. Back onto this fight, we're gonna win this fight, get that belt. And we know that it might be a challenging fight. Tevin not a pushover. And he's not dumb in that ring, but he's not kid. He started at 19. There's just certain things we know that he don't know.
And I feel like I told him yesterday at the face-off. I don't know if they released it yet, but I told him like if you lose, like when you lose, you get to go home to silk sheets, that $1 million house, your nice cars, your nice wife, and everything. You got the real estate going. I don't got none of that. I got so much on my plate, because my dad, he speaks to me so highly. So, everybody's watching me to see what I do. So I told him, like, you already got everything, bro. Like, I feel like this fight is going to come down who got more will. And it's definitely me. Because he going to be in that corner. He going to be like, man, I don't even got to be doing this. I don't got nothing to give to my son yet. So I got to do it.
That's right.
Yeah, but I personally think this fight gonna steal the show. Me personally, I think this gonna be the fight of the night. I'm looking forward to it because, like you say, I know you a dog, but I know Tevin Farmer a dog. He ain't got no quit in him. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting. This gonna be some locking of the horns right here.
And this is a movie. You got the comeback kid, a guy trying to make a comeback that started his career at 19. Became a 2-time world champion, which is unheard of usually for a 19-year-old to start boxing at late. And been up against getting losses, but going up against the toughest guys. Like, and then you got Kid Austin who came from homelessness that's looking to break generational curses, and now they meet at this road, these two individuals. So it's going to be a fight. I don't think people know the magnitude of this fight. And this is going to be like an old school throwback fight, this one.
For sure.
Good.
Absolutely, man. I'm gonna appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for your time, and good luck. On this weekend. I'm sure y'all gonna go in there and do your thing, man. Tell the people they can find you.
Kid_awesome on my Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Once they get to the
Yeah,
Instagram,
once
they'll
you get to
find
my
everything
Instagram,
else.
you'll find everything else. So yeah, just my Instagram.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. Salute to y'all, brothers, man. Thank y'all for your time, man. And I'll holler at y'all after the fight.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Peace.